If you have a wide angle shot that looks bad like this one, or you have two camera angles and you want a third angle to add into your podcast, but don't want to spend the extra money to get that extra camera, I'm going to show you how you can create this wide angle shot from these two angles. Let's jump in. I have this option right here, as in, let me take this one off real quick. So I have this one, it's already down here. And then I have this one as well. It is down here. I call this right here the angle C. And then I call this one right here angle A, and I will explain why in a second. So for option one is a zoom crop. If you have it all on point on how stuff is shot, how it's set up, you have your angle right here and you have straight lines, it's easy. So a zoom crop, it's just this, a zoom, and you're going to crop it in. But first you want to make sure these are in sync before you do anything. It's going to save you so much time, because if this is the angle, like your wide angle is off a hair from the angle A or C, you guys, it's going to show up and it's kind of sucks. All right, cool. So they are synced up perfect. Now all we are about to do is your zoom. So I want them on the opposite side of them. So I'm just going to move them over here and we're going to move them. So what I like to do, if I just have to zoom and not have anything cropped out, like as in this option here, which I will jump into in a second, which is this cropping stuff right here. If you only want this in the picture, guys, this is simple. Let's go to half, right? We're going to go to 50. Let's come down here. 50. Let's come a little bit more. And I'm going to show you what I actually look for as I'm doing this stuff. So it has to be easy on the eye. So you can do it this way. Personally, no, because of this right here. Like, what is, like, for me, looks gross. So what you actually can do is, so let's go up to 60 and let's come up to 60. We're going to do 60 as well on this. Awesome. So what I actually look for is this line right here on the bottom, and of course up on the top. And if you and you can use this tool right here to kind of zoom in and all that. Oop, don't want to do that. So don't grab the actual screen. You're going to grab this part right here and you're going to come up and you're going to go off. And if you guys look, that is off a hair, which is crazy. Let me make sure it's the same on the bottom. So I might have to increase this one. Let's see how that looks. That is off. So, in some cases that might happen. It all depends on if you want this straight line that I will show you how to actually do this straight line and you have full control over everything. So let's come back out of that and let's go. Okay, so here's how it's going to look. So for me, I would not use that, but you can. Let me bring this one back down so it looks decent. And if you want to bring her over, all this extra stuff, because I want this sign right here to show. So if you guys look, this piece right here is more than this one. So I'm going to use the option right here where we're going to have this part show. So this one's on top, as in top of this track. So this one shows over this track. So I'm going to use a mask. I'm going to go to add mask and we're going to go to split, right? So we're going to take that and we're going to rotate what you want to actually see. So I'm gonna have my mouse and I'm just going to bring it over. If you guys look, so right there, that's the halfway point. So personally, I would say yes on this one. Let's see how it looks. Cool. Let's go to basic and click off and just kind of, I guess, see how it looks. You do have to, you have it play. It's low. It's super low because I haven't added these mics in yet on the actual track. So it is super. Actually, let me bring this one over. Here's
not your typical Latina.
What it's gonna. So her arm is out of it. So for what I would actually do is kind of zoom in on each person and have this one kind of go over. So that right there is option one, where all you do is zoom and you use the actual mask up here on what you want to actually do. Because as I bring this over, this mask is still in effect. So, you know, super simple. And then if you guys look right here, it's black. So you have an option to create a canvas. So we're going to go to canvas, and it only applies to this track on the actual bottom for some odd reason. Because if I click up here, you don't have that. The option is gone, right? But if you click down, you have the canvas on the bottom. So you do have your options, right? A blur, you can have it blur. For me, it won't work because they all are going to be on the screen at the same time. So that just looks kind of cheesy, right? You do have an option to just put like gray or, you know, all this kind of stuff. What I do is, let me zoom out of the track, and I'll actually bring these up a track, and I'm going to bring that up, and that has a space for this. So I use their logo here, and then I'll just put it down below here. So come over here and it will show behind, right, as they're going to do stuff. And I'll just drag this all the way at the end of what you're going to do. So it depends how long yours is going to be, right? So this is what you are going to do here. They're speaking, and it's cool because you could increase the size. So what I use is probably right about here, and you could also go up and down with your option, right? You can go up and down. So I would probably put mine about here, and then you are good to go. If you only wanted to, actually it looks pretty good right here, because you actually can't even see these small little lines, but they are not in the, like, you see her, she's actually more off on this side compared to being about right here. So what I would probably do is zoom in and zoom in on this side, so it looks simple. Like I want them to be the exact same height, as well as how big they are, as in a zoom. Now I'm gonna create this right here to have these straight all the way across. What you're going to do to have these all black is you're going to go to up to the top left, you're going to go to library, and then you need a black short little clip here. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to add this in. Let's zoom in, and you want this on top of what you're doing. So let's drag this. So it's not a picture, so you can't actually drag it. What you're gonna have to do is you're going to have to make a black picture, right? So you're going to go, I'll show that again real quick. So you have your option right here, right? So this will actually play. Awesome. I don't want that. I don't care. So I'm going to freeze it. Where is it? Boom. I'm going to use this option right here. It's called freeze. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to do it all along the frame. So I'm going to take that off. I'm going to take that off. And because it is a picture, you could actually use it for the whole length. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to pull this the whole length of the actual episode. And you guys, it's a lot more work for sure. And you're going to scale this down. So what you're going to do is you're going to have this scaled, because on the top there, you want this to be full. So I'm going to have it go as long as the actual frame. Let me see. Let's see here. Let's go a bit more. And you guys, it's a straight line across the top, which is legit. So depending how high you want your stuff. So like right here, let me make sure I went down enough. And you're going to use this box again. Guys, look at that straight line across with all that stuff. Look how legit that is. Cool. So you're going to come out and you're going to add this again, but you're going to add it on the bottom. So I'm going to come over here. We're going to take that. We're going to go to copy, or you can use Alt, right? You can Alt in here. I'll just show you that. You're going to go to Alt and you're going to bring that up. It's the exact same thing. If you were to go to right click, copy, come over to where you want to start and paste. It's the exact same thing. So with this one, I'm going to bring this one down. All right. And it's the exact same thing you want. Let's come over to where it shows this picture. It's the exact same thing you're going to do on this one. Cool. So if you look now, you guys, you have straight lines on the top and the bottom, which is legit. Like, you see that? Boom. And you don't have to crop and all that extra stuff, you guys. That is legit. And you have spaces. The space between each person is on point. You want to make sure everything's good, right? You're going to do that. Cool. You cannot add something now behind this because it's all black. So I'll watch it. I'm going to show you that now. So let's just say if I wanted to move all this up a track. Cool. You have to, so let's bring this back in. The logo, right? You can zoom in. Let's come over here, scroll to the front. I'm gonna come over here. So if you guys look, guys, it's not going to show behind now because of this black shows first. And you want these to show on first because you want to take this out. I hope that makes sense, because if you had this down here, this shows on top of that. So you have to have it this way. So you have to add this later. So what you have to do, let me pull this off. You have to export this as an actual, what do you do? Oh, I can't pull all of it on one track. What are you doing? So from here, you have to export this as a whole scene. So right now, I would say it's going to take a lot more of your computer for sure. Let's see. Let's make sure these are perfectly in sync. Awesome. So we're going to take that. And of course you have all your exposure, all that extra stuff done. So what I do from here, make sure this is set in stone. I'm going to export this. Let's actually have it cut. Awesome. And what I would do is only use one of the audios. Like if you guys look here, you have the audio here. I have this one on mute because you don't need two on this track. This scene right here is going to handle that. Be sure to have this one on mute, and then you are good to go. you want to make sure everything looks good, because in some cases, if you have something over here, it's still going to show up. So what you're going to do is you're going to, of course, it's going to be the episode 6 can be, or if you have like episode 16 or, you know, all that kind of stuff. So what I do is, because these are in 4K, I have to upload this, or yeah, I have to export this in 4K. So let's see how long this actually takes. And you know, you want to make sure all this is on point, and then I will show you how I actually use this view. This is cam B, and then I'm going to put it in so you can use Capcut to do your podcast. Now that is done exporting here, I'm going to get out of that one, and then I'm going to create a new project. Add this to the timeline. Awesome. Cool. Awesome. I'm going to turn off the track magnet as well. I'd say that that's just kind of something I do. I'm going to make these look big. So I added this one. I'm going to add in this one on the top, make these big. And again, I want to sync these all up. You can use the actual feature, which I'm going to show you, to sync all these up, but I'm pretty sure it's going to take a long time. So if you guys look right here, this one is the one that has black on it. So let me take these out real quick. What I'm going to do, I'm going to crop this one, and I'm going to put this on this front layer right here. I'm gonna put this on the let me move this up, because I guess you can't do that. Awesome. Bring this down here. So this track right here is this track right here. So what actually I have to do is bring in the logo. Awesome. Let's pull this up, and I'm going to add this logo in on the bottom, right? So it's going to show this behind, but you can't see it right now, so you have to crop this. So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to highlight. So all of that black right there, you're going to get rid of that, which it's going to show this under. I'm going to show you that in a second. So let's highlight that clip. You're going to go to resize, and we're going to pull that black off. Awesome. Cool. Look at that. Look at those lines. Beautiful. And then from there, we're going to come in, and you're going to, so for what I'm going to use, I'm going to probably do it right there. Maybe make sure this is in the center of it all. So I'm going to pull this all over. Awesome. So this will not show. Let's just pull it to here, and from here we could actually cut all this off. So I'm going to split that. Awesome. So we're going to cut all that off right there, and let's activate these here. And so they're all in sync on what I actually did. So we have that scene, pull that scene off, pull that scene off. So now, before we activate this option right here to create like a certain option to do your actual scenes for your podcasting, you want to make sure these are on point, right? So we're going to come in and do that real quick. I do wonder if this is going to stay in sync. And again, I have this in sync perfect from what I did. So you can highlight all of these, make sure these are not on mute. So you're going to highlight all of these, and I want to see what options you have. Actually, no, I don't, because this is going to take so long. I'm good on that. So I did that. So now you're going to come over here. You're going to highlight all of this, and you're going to right click. Oh, you can't do it because of this. So I have to make this a compound clip with Cam B. So show you again what Cam B is. It's this. So I have to make this a compound clip. I urge not to do that because it's going to take a lot longer to upload, I think. So let's do that. Let's create a compound clip with that. Cool. So let's do this, and it should be a compound clip like this. Awesome. So let's activate these back, and we have the audio still on this. Oh, let's take that back off. And now we're going to, it should work now, but I do wonder if it's gonna, so if you guys look, create multiple camera clip is what you want if you're gonna do a podcast. So as you can kind of see, it's uploading the audio as we go. And I wonder if it's going to take a long time. So let's do that. We're gonna do the auto. I'm gonna turn on proxy. So sync, you have the auto, the audio, and first marker. I'm gonna do the auto. It works pretty good, and it's free for right now. So let's come over here. You guys, in most cases, it takes, it's quick. But you guys, it has to process this compound clip. You guys, do not do this if possible. Okay, this is gonna take a lot more time. So let's go back. Let's not have this one a compound clip. So let's just pull that back, take that off, and we're going to do it from this. I would say don't do it kind of the sort, but if you guys look, it's going to do it a lot faster because it doesn't have a compound clip. It has to process first and then do that. So what I'm going to actually do, I'm going to download the actual compound clip first. So I'm going to pull these off. Awesome, right? Let's just have it show right here. I'm going to have this as its own clip. So I'm going to do it again. If you have a separate way to actually do this, let me know. Guys, it's a little lot more work, but if you're trying to crop and make lines and all kinds, guys, it takes a minute. So this is kind of like, yeah, the easiest way-ish to do it. So we're gonna pull this, we're gonna go to export, and we're gonna go to 4K, of course. And again, it's going to take more space from your computer, yada, yada, yada. So we have that all set in stone now. And if you guys look, it does start right here in the front. I do say that. So let's pull this one actually off. So we're gonna take this one off. Boom, we're gonna take this one off as well. Awesome. So from there, let's take this one off as well. And then we're gonna import the one we just uploaded right here. So it's main cam B episode 6. You guys, it's a lot more work, but it's going to save you a lot of time. So we're gonna bring this one in, and it should be in sync already. So let's come over here. We're going to create an option where we're going to create a 3 angled clip, guys. So we're gonna do this, put it on proxy, we're on the auto. Awesome. You're going to create. Ooh, it might screw up on me. So let's actually bring up my task manager here and see how hard my computer is working. So let's ooh, that's not the full screen. So we're gonna bring this up, and here is why I stress to have a good computer. So right now I'm at, it's using 30-ish% of my CPU, and I'm at 11.6%. It is now a 3 angle clip, which is super cool. So if you guys look right here on what is up, so let me bring this down, and we will actually have it, I guess, somewhat play, right? So it all depends what you want. So if you come here,
colorcito, lo que quieran.
Awesome. So here's what it's going to actually look like. So it's cool because how I was saying A and C, and I want this to be, so I can actually move this. I'm gonna right click on there, and I'm gonna go to move to camera 1. I say have these in sync because like you see her glass right here. If it's not in sync, right? So if you guys look, it's the exact same how they have their cups up. If this is not in sync and you switch scenes, it's going to have that glass in the air, right? You guys, like, so let's just say her right here. If it's up like that and you switch scenes on that and it's still trying to go up, it's not going to look right. So that's why I say, guys, it's important to have your stuff in sync. Like, subscribe, and I will put some videos up on the screen. It's going to help you a little bit more with your content creation. Have a good day.